Welcome, I'm your host Troy J. Hines, and it's time for another episode of H.A.N.D.S, the acronym standing for Human Aggression Naturally Developed for Sport, and this is the rebirth of the sweet science. By now, everybody knows that the mega fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is off. What do you mean the fight's off? I thought Aaron brought in a mediator. Are you kidding me? That's some bullshit. This is very, very unfortunate. I won't get into it too much. I'm going to try to be as politically correct as possible. On 1 minute, off the next minute. If you're going to make the fight, but don't f around with it, do it expeditiously. But the time for a governing body in the sport of boxing is yesterday. Moving forward, the boxing world is a resilient fan base, and one fight will not make or break the sport of boxing. However, the fans would love to have that fight back, and in the near future, maybe we will. But while that's on hold, let us move forward to the anticipated bout between H.A.N.D.S Mosley and Andre Berto. I'm entitling this one, Sugar Rush. H.A.N.D.S Mosley versus Andre Berto. A severe spike in glucose levels, or a sugar rush, is caused by the consumption of high glycemic foods or foods that release high amounts of sugar into the bloodstream. The real question is can this phenomenon also be caused by the consumption of a high volume of punches? On Saturday, January 30th, the 2010 Elite Boxing schedule will commence with a welterweight title unification bout, WBC and WBA, between H.A.N.D.S Mosley and Andre the Beast Berto at the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, aired only on HBO. The potential for a classic changing of the guard bout is one of the alluring aspects of this matchup. Similar to when we saw Hearns defeat Benitez or De La Hoya defeat Chavez, old blood is eventually replaced by new in the sport of boxing. However, this pivotal moment in prize fighting typically takes place when the younger challenger is 100% ready to take his place at the throne. For his sake, I hope Berto is completely ready for the challenge, because if the same Mosley enters the ring that entered the ring against Antonio Margarito in 2008, we may be waiting in the wings for a new century. Let's look at a quick tale of the tape. Height: Mosley 5'9", Berto 5'8.5", advantage Mosley by ½ inch. Weight: Mosley 147, Berto 147, even. Reach: Mosley 74 inches, Berto 72 inches, advantage Mosley by 2 inches. Andre Berto of Miami, Florida fights in a style similar to the natural disaster that plagues his state of birth, a hurricane. The current WBC welterweight title holder's explosive approach to pugilism makes him a fan favorite amongst boxing fans around the world. This is due in part to his devastating right uppercut, but also to his lightning fast fingers? To say the beast is internet savvy is an understatement. Let us not omit that Andre Berto is a pioneer. He is one of the new breed of self-marketing athletes who promote themselves on internet networking sites and communication mediums like Twitter. In between training, I assume, Berto finds time to socialize with his fans on the internet by releasing motivational content, celebrity praise, where he's partying, or even trash-talking his next opponent. In short, he's a Twitteraholic. My only advice to the young beast would be to take an old-school mental approach towards the throwback opponent that he's facing in H.A.N.D.S Mosley. Take a walk through a forest at night, chop some firewood, or perhaps begin taking cold showers. Even other boxers have tweeted to the Haitian American rising star that he may want to temporarily abandon his internet pursuits to pursue a dogged mindset against a strong, fast, and fierce opponent in the well-seasoned Hall of Famer to be. In 2009, H.A.N.D.S Mosley has had a great impact as to why boxing is on the ascent, with major fights on the horizon for 2010. He not only surprised the boxing world with a devastating knockout over the Tijuana Tornado, but has also been instrumental as a partner with Golden Boy Promotions to bring A-class boxers to the public eye. In addition, with a commitment to fitness and ring tactician Nassim Richardson now in his corner, the aging veteran may have found his fountain of youth. Mosley's career seems to be catching a second wind. When you couple this with his ring experience, it makes a severe obstacle even for a young talented fighter. However, even the magically gifted who believe they don't need anything need something. The Urban Dictionary defines that something, experience, as such. If you have it, you don't need it. If you need it, you don't have it. If you have it, you need more of it. If you have more of it, you don't need less of it. You need it to get it, and you certainly need it to get more of it. But if you don't already have any of it to begin with, You can't get any of it to get started with, so you have no idea on how to get any of it in the first place. Bottom line, if you've never had any of it ever, people just seem to know. Above all else, I believe experience will prove to be the key factor as to why Sugar Shane Mosley wins this fight. Although Berto is coming off of wins against Juan Urango, Luis Collazo, and Steve Forbes, Berto seemed to struggle at times with the latter too. To his credit, Berto has improved aspects of his game with each of his last 3 title defenses. However, most boxing pundits would agree that Sugar Shane Mosley will be his most formidable and definitely his sweetest test to date. In examining Mosley's fight history, Sugar has consistently fought well against pressure fighters. Vargas, Mayorga, and Margarito all love to press the action with controlled and at times wild aggression. This style would be the best option for Berto in this fight, but unfortunately, it is still a losing option. Attempting to outbox Sugar is even worse. Mosley is the better boxer and can punish opponents by setting traps and effectively countering. For all boxing fans, January 30th should be a sweet occasion as we witness the WBC and WBA belts unify. I still believe Andre Berto is the welterweight of the near future, but his fight against the inevitable third prize-fighting Hall of Famer donning the nickname Sugar comes too soon. Floyd Mayweather Sr. showed us how to make Kool-Aid in HBO's 24/7 series, and I'm officially drinking it.
Oh yeah!
And let me tell you, it's sweet. Too sweet. How sweet, you may ask? Let's just say that it's so sweet it can be bad for your health. However, the experience Berto needs to become legendary will be made available to him at Mandalay Bay. I am willing to bet he's going to be drinking a whole lot of it on this highly anticipated Saturday night. Can you say, Sugar Rush? This is Troy Hines. This is H.A.N.D.S. Boxing. Stick and move.